Well, I found about 25, which is pretty good for the bottom of my purse. But, that's not going to go very far in terms of building a church. But if I, take my $1.25 and put it in my box, and maybe you've got 75 cents, and somebody else has a couple dollars, and we add it to my song's contribution, now we're getting somewhere. See, over the past 60 years, Nazarenes have been taking this offering for Alabaster. It's over and above our regular missions offering. Every week, 5% of everything that's given to Crosspoint goes to missions, and that funds the World Evangelism Fund. That's crucial. But there are so many things that just aren't getting funded by the World Evangelism Fund. Alabaster is one of them. Alabaster opens doors. It opens doors that otherwise would have been shut. Like this one in Sri Lanka, it's in Norton Bridge, and I chose to tell you this story because I can say the name of that town, whereas the other town in Sri Lanka that had an Alabaster church, I couldn't say. But in Norton Bridge a few years back, Jesus Film team came, and several people were saved, and they came to believe in Jesus Christ, and they started to worship in one of their homes. Well, the church grew there to about 30, and it was too big for one of their homes, so they were able to buy a plot of land with a little hut on it. They continued to worship, and they continued to share the gospel, and the church continued to grow, and the hut just was no longer sufficient. Well, the Church of the Nazarene came, partnered with this church. They became the Norton Bridge Church of the Nazarene, and Alabaster Funds built a really beautiful cement block building. It's 2 stories. It's pink. It overlooks this jungle area. And why is that? It's because your pennies and my pennies and dollars went together to build this church. Your Alabaster Fund builds churches. It builds a hospital. There's a hospital in Africa, and there's a hospital in Papua New Guinea that were built by Alabaster dollars. And there's seminaries, and there are parsonages, and there are things happening across the world that wouldn't happen if we didn't give our Alabaster offering. So today we're going to take our Alabaster offering. If you brought your box back, thank you very much. What you're going to do is during Connections, we're not going to have a separate march, it's during Connections. The first thing you do before you sing the hymn is you come up and you're going to put your box right in here. Our little Alabaster church was built by our children. Some of you a few weeks back may have been accosted by some overzealous children who were collecting for Alabaster money. It was almost like a shakedown. Can I have your pennies? They collected a lot of money though. I went through that again. And they built this church for me. So you're going to bring your box out. But maybe you didn't remember your box. Well, you can still give loose change or dollars or whatever. Just put it right here in the box. Or you could do what I did and write a check. And that's okay as well. So today during Connections, which is going to be in about 2 seconds, you're first going to bring your boxes up or your other Alabaster offering and put it in this box, and then shake a few hands with local people in the church this morning. Can we pray first? Father, I just want to thank you for this offering. I ask that you bless this offering. We know, God, that you own the cattle on 1,000 hills, and we know that you are powerful enough to part the Red Sea, and you could actually just miraculously plant churches all around the world, but you choose to use us, and we are grateful. We ask that you bless every penny, every nickel, every dime. And you know, Lord, where this next church is going to go. You know the souls are going to be saved in the church that are going to be built with our coins here. We ask that your Spirit would go and that